Hey there, either holder, and welcome to another Narjan Reacts. In this video, we're reacting to Season 2, Episode 4 of Helluva Boss. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. Oh. Can't wait to see what's... Oh, we're starting with Stella. Iceberg! Okay, so they're just in it.
Why did you insist on meeting me here?
We wanted to properly discuss the terms.
Wait, deal at Aussies? Wait. I also need to turn this up a bit. What was that on your phone, Solus? Deal at Aussies. Thumb is blocking it. I'm gonna guess it's Aussie's set. Also, that's cute that he has Octavia as his home screen. That's cute. Or lock screen.
We wanted to properly discuss the terms of this
it's
divorce.
male iceberg and female.
Sister deserves a bit more compensation.
That's her
Well,
brother.
You
Ew.
didn't cheat on the poor thing. Surely you owe.
And Drielfers, cheating implies there was a betrayal. This woman never gave two shits about me, or our very much arranged
That little
marriage.
imp just
As far as
awkwardly
I'm
in
concerned,
between.
this
It's like,
divorce is far overdue.
Stella, for fuck's sake, stop making this harder to bullshit.
even the brother's like, okay, you know what? Yeah, you've been a bitch to Solus. So yeah, he's actually got a point that he didn't really cheat on you because you, not like you two had a loving relationship in the first place. So can you please just make this as easy as possible? Hey, strikey boy. You suck at aim. Can you make this any more obvious, Stella?
Oh dear, this is worrisome.
This is out in the open too?
Oh, shit, Stolas. It's really not a good time, buddy.
I'm sorry, it's a bad time. I'm tied on the back of a horse at the moment.
Lucky bitch.
Well.
Wait, does that mean Blitz has a fantasy of being tied on the back of a horse and something else happening to him, like dirty wise? That would explain a lot why he's got such a thing for horses, and now that just dirtied that whole thing. Also, how casual is Stolos about this?
By that little cowboy friend of yours.
Oh,
Cowboy
which one?
friend.
How many cowboys
Which one?
do you know?
I was gonna say
What does he look like, Your Highness?
rattlesnake.
Sexy?
That's
Sexy! I mean, he kind of is, but that's beside the point.
sir.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Can't you just get away? Aren't you powerful?
I
mean, he
believe
is.
he has me bound with blessed rope, which limits
Oh.
my ability to free myself.
Why are you so
from pain.
calm?
So, I think you should come save me.
He wants his Blitzy to come save him.
Oh, shit, Stolas. I can't today. All right, I'm sorry. I'm literally on my
What
way
do you
to take
mean
Luna
you
in for a
can't?
Very important Helby's S-H-O-T.
What?
And it takes years to book an appointment at this place. Took 5.
Wait. What did he spell out?
I'm literally on my way to take Luna in for her very important Helby's S-H-O-T.
S? Oh, Hellhound shot.
Years to book, so you know she needs it.
Oh,
So it's like a rabies
well,
vaccine.
I do agree.
You shut up already. I can hear you.
Did they change his voice actor? That's not Norman.
By the way, don't worry about your lanky birdie. He's in good hands.
Alright, yeah, that's not the same voice actor. What? Okay. I don't know how to feel about that. He's got a deeper voice than Norman.
Am I in danger right now?
Solus, did you just realize it? Hold on, wait, what was Blitz's response?
Don't worry about your lanky birdie. He's in good hands.
Oh, shit. Am I in danger right now?
God damn it.
Oh, there goes another phone. Oh, and he put a hole in the vehicle.
Let me and Moxie handle this one.
Blitz
Are
is
you
mad.
Sure that you got this? Well, hurry. Stolas sounds like he might be in real shit this time, and knowing that guy's aesthetic.
Wait, what were those buildings? There's too much details in this for a community show.
Stolas sounds like he might.
Pediatric wing,
Be in real shit.
Satan's hospital, surgical wing, financial processing.
This time, and not for something.
The fact that he's just carrying Luna in there.
Come on, this will be over lickety split, all right?
Why does it look so pink and...
All the days
Okay, when did Luna look so big compared to Blitz? Luna looks huge. What in the... Okay, she didn't look that big compared to him.
Their ass kidnapped. I have waited 5 fucking years for this appointment.
5
Lock
years?
me in my little red hole. Hi, the fuck you looking at? Hey,
Let's
it's
just does
good.
not
I'm
give
here for
two
that,
rats booties.
S-H-O-T.
The what?
Ugh, the
Oh, ah.
B-U-L-L U-M-O-T-H-E-R fuckers only.
Really, Blitz? You spell out mother, but then you say that bad part out loud. Only Blitz.
Allow us to.
And what's that poster? Get yours today. That shot looks huge.
I can't read either.
The Hellbees shot, you fucking really can't say that word anymore. The appointment is under Blitz.
He's talking about the R-E-T-A-R-D word.
Right here. Yep.
Her little- The little fire on her hat.
Oh.
You're gonna piss him off.
We will be ready for her. in
Don't
just a
shoot her,
bit.
Blitz.
Please take a
Where's Luna?
Oh, don't
Aw,
worry.
Luna.
It's okay. It's just one little prick. You won't feel it.
Ew, don't say that. It sounds vulgar.
Excuse me.
Pervert.
What? Oh my god, the Western... Of course they have that shot. Really, with the freaking band? Oh, there's that shot. Is this a freaking homage? Like, not homage. Is this an Easter egg or reference to Rango? Even though I know that I have references to previous movies. Western movies. It totally is a play on Rango. Oh my god. Solus is just looks so unamused. His little bird feet sticking up in the air. Figure out the shot.
How does one get their own theme song?
Really? Solus?
So.
Luna looks
Nice
petrified.
weather we're having, huh?
Look, Mommy. They let fire toads in here.
Okay, that's the same voice actor that did the pilot episode that was a little boy.
Not polite to call them that to their face, honey. Wait until we're in the car.
You got a problem
Wow.
with me?
There is a child present, you filthy Rathian. Is there any way we can reschedule for a time when less of the unemployed rabble are out?
Oh, please. I bet the hardest work
Unemployed.
you ever done is convincing your husband that little shit's his.
Oh, yeah? And what do you do that's so important?
How does a 2-for-1 special sound, whore?
Mr. Owl.
Also, are they like axolotl demons? Because they look kind of like that or tadpoles.
I'll grab the gas.
I'm surprised Luna's not fighting tooth and nail to stay out of there.
Hey, queer boy! You
Queer boy.
my hat?
What?
Same hat!
Oh, sorry. My wife just
Same
put this
hat.
hat on my head.
Same hat.
It has a different
So we're
belt
doing
on it.
this, huh?
Howdy, boys. Y'all seen
Oh, they're
this motherfucker
tiny.
riding round here? No, sing
They
it.
start singing.
Yes or no, please.
Yeah, he lives out by the bad man lands
Moxie.
in the old train tunnel.
Also, I love how the volcanoes are all like, instead of the lava being only in it, it's like suns around above each one. That's a cool design.
Near the mine shafts. Very outlaw aesthetic. You can't miss it.
Did he just use his credit card to pay for their gas? The old tie on the rail to run him over.
So,
Your wife must really hate you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to talk, like, I don't want to put down whoever they chose to replace Norman, but, he didn't, no.
so,
Was that a wiener or is that a bone?
you have no idea.
Darker Saloon, New Blood, Killer Beer,
So,
Kill Count, Bone Casino. Okay, I thought that was, this show is tainted me, because I thought that was a wiener sign, not a bone.
is the giant statue of yourself also a classic, or
Stryker came off that vein in his first episode. Okay, maybe he did. Okay, he sang a song to rub it in Moxie's face and stuff, but at the same time, I don't know. He didn't come off as like. He almost reminds me of Chaz. A bit with this.
Are you seriously judging me right now?
I'm just impressed you seem to want to suck your own dick this badly.
Look,
No, that's Chaz. I'm sorry. Does his statue have his wiener holding up his hat? No, this is Chaz 2.0. What did they do to Stryker?
and some of us have everything we care about taken away by fuckers like you.
I have no...
You don't get to talk
Don't you stab a bird, our bird boy?
over me.
Our owl boy?
I don't have to listen to your bullshit. All the royals ever do is try to talk over us. Don't bother trying your little eye trick on me. Those robes ain't gonna let you do anything. Got something to say about that? Your Highness.
Well, you seem to be forgetting. You are working for a royal right now. Blitz handles me rougher than that in bed. Nice try. Blitz's knife is bigger and hits so much deeper.
Being a smartass, hmm?
Oh my god. So let's don't.
Slit your neck open and let you choke on your own blue blood. You won't be worth any more than the tombstone you'll be buried under.
Blitzy says far dirtier things to me with much sharper objects at my throat.
Oh my god, Solus. Don't get yourself killed, Solus, please. I mean, I know they're not gonna kill him, but my god.
Welcome, Bingo. And
Really, the
this
doctor's a
must
goat.
be Tuna. Luna, yeah, and you can hurry up, please. She's a fan of shots, so let's try and make this quick for all.
All the little dogs in that poster right there. They go from like happy, petrified, frowny, angry, then like sad, then like what are all those? There's all like emotes for hellhounds.
I see hellhounds every day, and there hasn't
How
been
many
one
shots?
that has caused any issue.
Yep, right there. Told you, dipshit.
It's like I warned you.
That assassin. Was that you?
Guilty. Yes, it was.
Could it have been more obvious to Stella? I said Stola.
Though, you know, because my dear sister,
Stupid
you've
sister.
already produced an heir. When he dies, his duties, his possessions,
Go
his
to his daughter.
allegiance, it will all pass to Via.
Via.
So, if you kill him, you would. Hmm?
You're really this stupid.
No, you stupid cow! You did nothing!
Oh, but I want him dead so badly.
And he will be.
Oh, her
in
screeching.
time. My fiery vixen.
Can you
But
not
patience first.
almost seem like you're flirting with her?
Call off your mangy stray. Well, this has been fun. But every good thing
That top-down
has to
angle.
come to an end. Finally hit a nerve, huh?
I swear, if you go near her, I will destroy you.
Big talk. But just that. Any last words, Goisha?
Blitz. Will.
That rodeo clown told you he ain't coming. Nobody is coming. Hello?
Change of plans, darling. I need the prick alive.
His face! He's like, I just did all this and now you want to lie? Oh. He's like, for fuck's sakes.
Well, good news for you, Feathers.
Why would he break his phone?
I think these reds might be a pretty trophy. Can't have you seeing me again, can we?
The horn! Don't crush till it's an accident. Ah. Nice. I feel like this may hurt Stolas though that Blitz didn't save him. music. Yes. Oh. Who's chasing who? That sweep transition. Is that like white blood coming out of the gun? In the neck? Ow! Oh, there's the scene from the trailer for season 2. Oh, the puppy noise. Oh my god. Ow! I can't take it seriously. Music, let's not get that serious. Riding like a bronco. In the rear now. What the fudge?
Oh, I remember how easy you are to choke the life out of, little one. Oh, harder.
It freaks him out. Oh my god. Dang it, the penis didn't kill him.
Oh, crumbs! We have to get him to a hospital.
Earning your days
You know, oh my god, I'm gonna have thoughts about this episode. The plague doctors? You gonna take it seriously now, Blitz?
What the fuck was that about?
Stolas got hurt bad.
Stolas got what? Ow. He can get hurt?
He may be a prince, but he's not. You knew Striker had royalty killing weapons. What do you mean? He's not gonna be happy that Blitz didn't come save him. Also, pretty shocked. The heart-shaped petal going over it. Symbolism. Wait, where's this message? Dude, you're not gonna go see him personally? That's resembling a heart, isn't it? Oh, this is hurting me. No! No, we're not going back to emotional feelings, please! No, not another symbolism of the heart. You really, Blitz, you couldn't go see him in the hospital room? No. Also, I want to see these texts real quick. I know that's the end of it. Okay, what were the messages? I gotta see this. What do they message to each other? This is the first time we're actually seeing, like, messages to each other. I'm sorry if anything... Wait! Was this when they, from after the nightclub with, Ozzy and, oh my god. Frizzoli? I'm sorry if anything I said or did may have offended you tonight. It's whatevs. Next time you come over, maybe we can talk about what happened at Ozzy's. It is! Why? I'm sorry, never mind. It's not a big deal. I was just worried about you. You seemed very upset and you took off so fast, but maybe I read too much into that. I'm glad if that's not the case. I wasn't upset either. I just wanted to make sure you weren't, and obviously you can handle any stupid joke a clown can make. Asmodeus can be very invasive in his humor, but I thought it was pretty funny myself. What he said about me, at least. I enjoy being the subject of jest. Maybe you can say mean things to me too next time you come over. Aw, come on. No, they actually messaged each other, and if you want, sure. Blitz is so short, so curt to Stolas, and Stolas is so, like, long messages, putting effort in. Thanks for helping me with Via today. You were great in that human show. Aw, no problem. Are you coming over to... Wait, no, this is hurting. Hold on, I missed that. Are you coming over tonight with the book? Like always. If you don't feel like coming, that's okay. I'm sure I can do without it for 1 month. Okay. God, he's so curt. Do you plan to visit tomorrow? I know you've been busy and working hard. Maybe if you'd prefer, we can skip the bedroom and just relax, maybe? I'm sure you need a break. He's even inviting Bliss to just, like, hang out. Like, no sexy time. Just hang out. Whatever you want, it's your night. If you're not up for it or too tired, that's perfectly fine. No pressure. I don't have anything with the Grimoire till next month. Maybe. Maybe instead of our usual arrangement on the full moon, we could probably catch up this week. Maybe. He's trying so hard. Solace. I might be busy. I wouldn't want to bother you. You can always drop off the book on the full moon. I can leave it for you if you're too tired to do anything. He's so caring and, like, thoughtful of Blitz. But I'd like to see you, Kay. Stop saying K in all these short responses, Blitz. Get Bev a swoon. And what's with these, like, responses from Blitz? Thank you, Blitz. That means Lime might be here a while if you ever want to. No. This hurts. Oh. Alright, you know what? I'm upset with Blitz now. Nah, Blitz is so in the wrong for this. Okay, I get being upset that Stolas, like, covered his face as if he was embarrassed to be seen with Blitz at the show. But Stolas has obviously tried to make amends for it. And obviously cares for Blitz more than a friend. And he's made it apparent just from messages. And either Blitz, we already know Blitz is scared of growing attachment to someone. Or that people will leave him and stuff. So, but my god. And the symbolism of the petals. Oh. All those flowers, but the person he cares about the most that you would want to be there isn't there. That made me tearing up a little. Cause I could, like, I guess sympathize with that pain in the sense of I've not been in this situation, but it's like putting a lot of effort into someone that you really care about or really like, and it's like they either don't notice or don't think it is. It's like, geez, that does hurt. So I can relate with that. But oh my god. So wait, who was the voice actor for Edward Bosco? Isn't it Dante Bosco Blitz? No, it's Brandon. What am I saying? Brandon Bosco. Bosco sounds familiar. Edward Bosco. I'm gonna have to look it up after this because Bosco sounds very familiar. I'm pretty sure there's like a Dante Bosco or something like that that's also done voice work. Oh, I'm just gonna go ahead and get into my thoughts. Alright. Okay. I definitely have some thoughts for this episode. Alright, so the plot for this one is we clearly see that it starts off with Stella and Stolas having a meal together. The obvious hate between each other, and then we finally get to see Stella's brother and what he's like. And then Stella's gets kidnapped out in the middle of the day by Stryker. And then pretty much the plot for this episode was showing that okay. So you have the plot of Stolas being kidnapped, and Moxie and Millie going to save him. Meanwhile, on the side, you have a little side. You have the other side, which is Blitz taking Luna to get her Hellhound shot. I guess it's like a rabies vaccine for her. It has to do with the syphilis stuff. And then we end up seeing, which I knew was gonna happen, as soon as Blitz said he wasn't gonna go save Stolas and was gonna focus on Luna. I'm like, yeah, if he really follows through with this and doesn't show up for Stolas, and Stolas gets hurt, 1, Blitz is gonna feel very guilty. 2, Stolas is either gonna blow it off and just say, I understand, you know, as a dad, I understand I'm taking your daughter, and justify it. Or he's gonna start to feel that hurt of, wow, this guy that I have made it very apparent I like more than a friend, and who I think likes me, chose his daughter over me when I was kidnapped by a guy who Blitz knows has the weapons to kill me. Like that would okay. So we get to see more of Stryker. Kind of his personality, which feels, I'm sorry, this personality of Stryker feels kind of off. I don't know if I'm pretty sure this is how they planned it, because the scene of him spinning around the train track was in the season 2 trailer when it was still like uncolored and stuff and being worked on. I actually thought that was going to be a scene used in the gala episode, whenever the episode of the gala comes out, or the party, whatever it is they go to. I thought that it was going to be in that episode with Stryker, which obviously he's going to make a reappearance since he survived the being crushed by his statue. But it's interesting that so it was used in this one. So and we finally touched back on, we got to see through the text messages that Stolas tried to talk to Blitz about the night after Ozzy's, but Blitz seems like from the very beginning has been very curt with Stolas. Just very like one-worder responses, maybe 2 or 3-worder responses, and all that stuff. So we see in between all this, because like I know it was kind of jarring for some people I've watched react to this series, where they said it was kind of jarring that they went from that situation at Ozzy's and then right to the next episode had nothing to do with that. So it felt kind of weird, because it's like, oh, you know, you two had a kind of a, not fight, but not even a disagreement, but like obviously stuff was left unsaid after Ozzy's. And it's kind of like it went about as normal, as if nothing happened. But I personally understood that they're both dads. So when Octavia went to the human world and Stolas asked for help, it's kind of like they both were like, put aside what happened. And now that we know they messaged each other, that's probably why. They kind of talked about it very briefly, or Stolas talked about it briefly. And Bliss just said it's whatever. So they kind of both just moved on their own way. They moved on from it. So I was fine with that. So I'm glad they did bring it back up, and they kind of showed what happened in between all that with the text messages, to show that it wasn't forgotten or left off to the side. So I feel like the plot and story for this episode was good. Now character-wise, okay, let me see this. Character-wise, Millie is great. Moxie was great. Luna was great. It's funny to see her be so scared, considering she always acts as this tough, badass, like, doesn't take any shit kind of character. All of a sudden cowering underneath seats and being scared. Up until she has the threat of the shot being given. Then she was wanting to rip the doctor, a veterinarian apart and all that stuff. Okay, now, Stryker. I can clearly hear that his voice actor, and I saw in the credits that he was not the same voice actor. I am sorry to Ed, but I personally do not like his new voice. Don't get me wrong, it's a good voice, but I feel like it doesn't match Stryker. It just feels, it's very deep and not as smooth. Like, okay, Norman's voice for Stryker had its deep moments, but I don't know, he had a tone with Stryker where it wasn't, it was very smooth. And then when it had to be, he also came across as threatening. I just feel like Norman, okay, like I'm sure what happened is Norman is also a very big actor. So he's probably got projects going on or something, so he couldn't voice Stryker again. But it sucks because I do personally prefer Norman over Ed. I just feel that Norman's voice fits Stryker better. And also Stryker's character in this episode felt off. But don't get me wrong, we only had one episode with Stryker, so it's kind of like hard to get a feel of a character from that one episode. But honestly, it feels like they took Chaz's characteristics and meshed them with Stryker. Like, except for when Stryker sang the song to kind of rub it in Moxie's face, that, yeah, I'm a good-looking, strong imp, or I don't think Stryker's a full imp. I'm pretty sure he's a different kind of, like, mix or something like that. I mean, maybe he's a rattlesnake imp kind of demon. But he was rubbing in Moxie's face that he's, like, a better version of Moxie, and that he's a person that Millie's parents respect more. So I felt like it wasn't in as much as an egotistic, I'm amazing, my dick's amazing kind of character like Chaz was. But it feels like in this episode, they gave him Chaz's personality. Like, I don't know, I kind of feel like I feel like for Stryker's personality from his first episode, I feel like he wasn't the kind of guy who would be having a bar and be very cheesy with like typical cheesy Western stuff. I almost feel like what could have been done with him is that the mariachi band or the singers like follow him to try and make him look like the stereotypical Western villain, but then he gets pissed at them and it's like, like he did snap at them and was like, I've told you to leave me alone, blah 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 blah. And I feel like it would have fit like if his home didn't have any of that Western like props and typical stuff, and he just had like a cave and a campfire and maybe a sleeping bag or something, and then he comes across as more desperate, like he needs that money. Whereas, no offense, having a railway in your cave, plus a fake bar, plus a saloon, plus like a hotel kind of gambling place, it seems kind of weird for his character. Whereas if he was living like the way I mentioned or like I described, where he's not trying to be like the Western typical villain, it would explain him hating the band, singing for him, and also why he hates rich royal demons or the Goishas, because he's somebody who's living down in the dirt pretty much in a cave with barely anything. Like, I feel like that would have made more sense for Stryker's character. Plus, he had a statue made of himself. That's not cheap either. So it's kind of like this guy's saying, not all of us are born into rich and all that stuff. But then meanwhile, Stryker's got a freaking statue of himself with a dingaling wiener sticking out that he could throw his hat onto. Like, it just feels out of character for Stryker. I don't know. And I'm sure this was planned from the first episode he appeared, but he just never came across as that kind of character to me. And I feel like I would have preferred the version I've described over this Chaz 2.0 kind of character. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad they didn't kill him off, because I do like Stryker's design. While I prefer Norman's voice. Ed's voice is okay for Stryker. If they can't get Norman for whatever, if Stryker has a final episode, I hope they get Norman again. Because there's just something about Norman's voice that just fit him perfectly. So Stryker, I enjoyed in this episode, but at the same time, I feel like he was out of character, and Ed's voice just didn't match him. Blitz, I like we've seen how Blitz works and how his mind works, that he, like, in that when him and Moxie got interrogated or got influenced by the gas and had those like hallucinations, and when Blitz said I don't know, eventually everyone goes, and Moxie was like, because you're thoughtless and cruel, because you're thoughtless and cruel and you'll end up alone. And so I feel like that's coming in with, that's like happening now, where Blitz is very curt with Stolas. He pushed Stolas' life aside and just figured, oh, he's a royalty, so he can't die. Even though I know that Stryker has the capability, the weapons to kill a royal demon, he'll be fine. You know, Stolas can handle it. But it goes to show that even though Stolas said, I've been tied up with special ropes that nullify my abilities, Blitz still pushed him off, or brushed him off, and went, I got my daughter to take to the vets, so you'll be fine. And that explains why when they get to the hospital and stuff, and Blitz is like, what's going on? And they say Stolas has been really hurt. He's like, Stolas can get hurt? So that shows that he really didn't expect Stolas to not be able to handle himself. But that's where, I don't know, like, I see it from Blitz's side, but at the same time, I just feel really bad for Stolas. Because I don't think Stolas has been using Blitz. Blitz is the one using Stolas. Because he wanted the book, then he felt bad for Stolas, and so he slept with him. And it's gone on from there. But his main reason for half of the reason of him continuing this book thing, or the grimoire with Stolas, because he wants it and he needs it for his business. Once the grimoire is out of the way, like, he has no other choice but to either realize he has a thing for Stolas, or he's gonna just ignore it, kind of thing. I feel like, so I'm glad to see Blitz kind of like it bothers me that he did he abandoned Stolas and left him to die to Stryker. But at the same time, I understand why, because he believes Stolas is unkillable. Even though it doesn't make sense to me when it's been obvious since Stryker's episode that he could. And back then, he took Stryker serious, so why didn't he take him serious now? I don't know. And it's not like Stryker was a pushover when they fought him. So, like, he almost killed Moxie, almost killed Millie. He could have if he wanted to, because he had both of them. Like, he threw them both in the basement when he could have easily killed them. Blitz and him got into a pretty rough fight. So it's like, I both can justify Blitz's behavior and I can't. So I did like Blitz's character, but at the same time I didn't, because of how dumb he was being. And selfish. But yeah, so onto Stolas. Stolas, I just feel nothing but sorry for in this episode. Like, first he didn't take Stryker too serious. It was more like an annoyance, like, oh, I'm being kidnapped kind of thing. And then he even realized, he's like, wait, am I actually in danger? So even he realized it. And then when it's sad too that his last words, when frickin' Stryker tells him, what's your last words? It wasn't Octavia, it was Blitz. So his last thoughts would have been Blitz. And who shows up to save him? Moxie and Millie. Like, I would think that would hurt so much. So, like, Stolas, I feel nothing but compassion and sympathy for in this episode. He's my favorite character in this episode, and it hurt me to see him get treated the way he did in this episode. But it was a good kind of, like, I enjoyed tragic. I enjoy the genre of tragedy and, like, that kind of stuff. While I love my romance and my action and stuff, I'm a big tragedy fan, or tragedy angst fan. So that part pleased me in this, but at the same time, it hurt to see him, and it actually did make me almost tear up. It made me tear up seeing that situation. Okay, animation. I could definitely see Vivzie and her team took it an extra step, like, background-wise, camera shot-wise, angles, the way, like, all around. they definitely took it a step further in this episode, so I would definitely give it a 10 out of 10 for the animation. And I do like the kind of like old Western movie references they did, like the shot of the horse running, like a transparent image of the horse running over top of zoomed out shot of the horse running. And then like the I don't think they're really a mariachi band. I guess I'll call them that. I'm pretty sure they're not called that, but of the mariachi band that I'm pretty certain that it was a Rango reference. Because I don't know if that was Rango's reference was of an older Western movie. I'm pretty sure that was Rango did that as a parody of stuff from old Western movies. So I thought that was funny. Music-wise, music was great. The song for Stryker, while, like, I found it funny, also kind of catchy. Not great, but it was catchy. And then there was that other, they had a brief, like, pop song on Stryker's radio, and then there was another song that played for Stryker. But that one, I would have to listen back to it, but that one was also, from what I briefly heard of it, it sounded good. It may have been just another, no, I don't think it was Stryker's song. I think it was just another type of song. But they were good. I kind of wish they were longer. But then I noticed at the end with Solus, or like when he arrived at the hospital and Blitz was like in shock that he was hurt, I noticed the song or the music switched over to that, like, it's Stolas's theme with the, like, I don't know how to describe it. It's that, like, jingle with the star sound, like the twinkling noise or sound effects and stuff. Like, that's Stolas's theme. So, which is a theme I really like. So I noticed they played that. So yeah, I would say story, it hurt, but I enjoyed it. Characters, I enjoyed all the characters. Some of them hurt. Some of them I'm disappointed in how they've changed. Or not some, but one particular I'm disappointed in how he was changed. But still good. Animation great, music great. So overall, this episode I liked. It was worth the wait. So I'm looking forward to see what's gonna happen next. Are we gonna continue on from Stolas being in the hospital? Is Blitz gonna visit him? Are we gonna like address any of this, or are we gonna like kind of like move on again? I kind of hope we do address it this time, that Stolas is in the hospital for a bit and Blitz like feels guilty enough to go visit him or something. I hope, because yeah, I mean, come on, let's see, it's your owl boy in there in the hospital that was pretty close to dying. So I hope he does go visit him, even if it's a brief awkward interaction. Just him showing up would mean, I'm sure, a lot to Stolas. So yeah. Anyway, I think my rant / thoughts has gone on long enough, but I hope you enjoyed this reaction. If you like early access to my full unedited reactions, go join my Patreon, link in the description and pin comment below. But anyway, have a wonderful morning, afternoon, night, and keep burning bright. See ya!